Yo, welcome folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. So make it a great night, folks. Let's take a look at one of our quotes out here and see what we have today. This is by Maya Angelou. I believe the most important thing in life, the most important thing beyond discipline is creativity and daring to dare. No doubt. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow finish down 11, NASDAQ off 15, S&P's down 4.5. They whacked it at the end, folks. Gold contract up $5.10, trading at $1,189 an ounce. Silver up 15 cents at $17.03 an ounce. Platinum up 10 bucks at $1,149 an ounce. Copper up 13 pennies at $2.90 a pound. Light sweet crude up 82 cents, trading at $47.39 a barrel. Bonds, we had the 10-year up 6 ticks, 128.28. 30-year flat at 164.01, and King Dollar. King Dollar is dead. I got to get a new name for King Dollar, folks. King Dollar down 996 ticks, 97.17. Bottom line, change of trend, big time. We've had this trend going on since May of 2011. Even if it's a dead cat pullback, bottom line, the euro would be a dead cat bounce. My take is that we got a different dynamic, and it's a change out. Reason being is that we did over a 1 to 1.618. We did a 1 to 2 ABC structure in the way up. Whole world is bullish the dollar now. They were bearish the dollar when we were bullish the dollar down at 72 and 77. But life's a trip, no doubt, folks. That's kind of how it goes. Nothing is up forever. Nothing goes down forever. Euro's up $1.33, trading at 109. And you got the yen down 28 at 119.76. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. Now, first, let's go to the world of futures, because what we did have out here is that coming right into the close, you get a little downdraft at the last few minutes into this close. The futures, they basically took the futures down, pretty quickly, actually. We had traded up to a high of 2106. It finished out at 2095. Not the end of the world. It's only 11 points, but 11 S&P points is quite a number. So what do we have up here? Well, let's go to the SPY, and we take a look at the SPY. The SPY closed out at, let me bring this up to put this on a daily again. So the SPY closed out at 210. We had 70 million shares. We got to a price point of 211.11. Now, the high of Wednesday was 211.27. Bottom line, this wants to test the high, okay, meaning up there in February. The February 25th high was 212.24. So I figure somehow, some way, this thing's going to get up there and test it. It couldn't get to the Wednesday high today, but we'll see how that shakes out in the next few days. The NDX 100, the 3 Qs, same type of setup in the NDX 100. Because what you do have, folks, is this. You got to expect after a day like Friday, bottom line, market's taking a break, all of the above. The 3 Qs, they closed down 21 cents. What you have, however, is this, is that the highs that were generated out here last week were pushing into the highs that were generated from March and February, depending on the ETF and indice, and they were pushing with them on volume. So that's saying, you know what, it wants to go up there and at least try to whack it. On the 3 Qs, that's 109.42. That's the way that baby is set up at this particular point. Gold market. What do we have with gold? Gold wants higher price. Bottom line is that the last few weeks, gold was pushing the lows. You were pushing the lows with light volume. It was showing that there were no sellers. However, we didn't have any buyers in the market until last Wednesday. Last Wednesday, you had the wide price spread, accelerated volume. Gold contract did some nice volume out here today. Fall through 156,000 contracts. You're at 1189. The next stop on this baby is 1223. And because 1200 is a psychological number, folks, I expect we're going to buzz right through that baby and get somewhere up to about the 1236. And the way they're trading right now, it looks to me like we're actually going to be up there tomorrow. Because when you move off bottoms, folks, you move off bottoms very quickly, particularly after the type of consolidation that the gold market has been in, because they continued to basically push it down, and there was basically no more sellers. All the sell stops are gone underneath, and that sets up a nice, clean acceleration on the way up. Silver's leading the way. Silver right now is trading out at 17.03. Bottom line, this is, what's really cool about silver is this. Silver is coming into, it's actually into right now, the downdraft that was created on February 17th, and you're coming into that downdraft with volume. And that's hard to do, folks, okay? If I do, I'll put the correlation up of the SLV so you can just kind of see how this works. And the SLV is the iShares Silver Trust. What the SLV has done is this. So when we got whacked on the way down, silver had come down with 15 million shares. Well, we did 14.7 million shares on Friday. That's how you want to see a supply line get taken out. That's what it really comes down. That's what it does come down to. The SLV right now is at 1633. The SLV is making a run up to the 1769 level. So it's a nice little setup all around. If you get into the XAU, the HUI, you're going to see the same type of setup. This is XAU out here closed out at 70.81. That's making the run up to that 77.63. And we get into the HUI, what you're going to see with the Gold Bugs Index. Gold Bugs Index right now is trading out at 173, and that wants to make that run up to the 194 level. And what is that all about? It's all about King Dollar, folks. King Dollar came off the highs with volume. It's making its way down into the high volume swing low that was generated the day that the Fed came out and said that they're taking the patient statement out of the federal policy minutes. As they did that, the dollar took conniptions, the euro took conniptions. Bottom line is that what I expect you to see first is this. The spike low is 94.76, which is a lot lower than we are right now, folks. We're at 97.16. But you're also coming down, and you're coming down with some juice. Now, if we get down to this low, what that does is it puts it inside a different range, meaning that now you have a spike high. That spike high couldn't hold. Then what you have is this. The consolidation could hold it for a bit, meaning is it a week, week and a half? If the dollar, and I suspect the dollar is going to, but as I walk you down here, so first you get to the consolidation. You consolidate for a bit. The dollar slips under 94. Guess what? The dollar slips under 94. The dollar's going to be at 89 in a heartbeat. That's going to be shocking. It's going to be, that's going to be like shocking in an incredible way. Bottom line, that's the way it looks like it's setting up. Now, who knows why the euro wants to go topside? But the way this market is trading right now, that's what it looks like. Now, let's shift gears for a second. I want to go to KSU. The reason being is that Kansas City Southern, okay, this is one of the largest KSU rail companies out here. But I want to show you something. It's going to be all of them, folks, okay? It's pretty amazing what you have out here. So KSU came out with a warning this morning. The warning they came out with specifically was that they are not going to do the numbers that they thought they were going to do. And what it had to do with is this, okay? Now, we shot one rail right now. We shot a couple of them last week. And what was really intriguing is that I'm saying to myself, man, these things aren't acting good on a market that's going up. And inside that, technically it was set up, but fundamentally it says, you know what, this is an oil deal. But check it out, it's more than oil. So when Kansas City came out this morning, what they were talking about was this. It's not only the oil that they're not grabbing out, but guess what? They're not bringing in sand. Okay, and sand, they were making a fortune on bringing it in to North Dakota, South Dakota, fracking. They're not making money on that. They're not making money on the oil coming out. They're not making money on the coal coming out. And on top of that, they're not making money on fuel surcharges. So what ends up happening with Kansas City, that gets whacked $9. It's at 106. But the bigger issue, if you put this back, what you're going to see in every rail is doing the same thing, folks. They're doing monster ABC structures on the way down. And what you're going to see is that, first off, the October 15th swing lows, Kansas City had it, the first October 15th swing low. That basically got blown away. In January, had a higher swing low. Guess what? That's going to get blown away. Bottom line is that these rails are coming down, and what you get with Kansas City was pretty extensive. You know, so the next stop, we're at 106 right now. The next stop is down there at 93, and I suspect that's not even going to hold. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We're coming right back. Dow finished down 11. NASDAQ off 15. S&P's off 6.5.